So I've been trying to get my hands on one of these for months. This is the Hobbywing OTA programmer. So you can use your phone to do all of your cool presets, changing out all that fun stuff, boost, turbo, all wirelessly whenever you need to. Let's talk about it right now. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Dorky M40 channel. I'm Chad. Been a long time since I've done a Noprep video. It's been pretty cold here in Ohio and snowy and all that stuff, but catching up on the scene since I've had some time off, podcast, stuff like that. That Vegas race for a lot of you guys is coming up real quick. Now, what I was working with last year when I ended up getting my Hobbywing set up was this. This is their little plug-in programming module where you can set all of your timing and all of your ESC settings and all that kind of stuff. It worked out okay. I had to plug it in. I left a servo extension kind of hanging out of the top of my body so I could plug into it. Was it convenient? They did have a Wi-Fi module, but they discontinued it. Couldn't get a hold of one, and the reason why is they were coming out with a new updated version. So got that. Super happy, and now it's got me totally engaged back into Noprep, and so we're getting things ready to go for next year. So let's go to the bench, take a look at this real quick, and we'll show you what it's like over the phone here. And real quick, just some things upcoming on the actual build and everything itself. Just went ahead and picked up a C7 body and some wing kits and everything, the McAllister mounting kit. So we're going to have a lot of stuff going on with this DR10. And so if you're interested in that, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Also, I'll put a link to my Noprep playlist here if you want to kind of see all of my trials and tribulations from last season and any other videos that I will add to this. So let's take a look at this programmer. So this will definitely be the last time that you see all of this inside of this slash here. Everything will be getting moved over to the DR10. That is going to be the vehicle that we're going to roll with next year. So here's the programmer. It's just plugged in here to the front part of the Easy Run ESC. It comes in a box with like a splitter cable if you need that. Download the Hobbywing app there from the App Store for Google or iOS. Go ahead and turn it on and you'll see it's blinking. And then we're just going to go ahead and hit this button up here and it's going to find it and we're going to connect. Initially, you start off with the little password that's on there. It's all 8s. So we're all fired up here. Now, the great thing that's about this as well is we've got data logging on here now. And also you can do over-the-air firmware updates. So I actually just updated to 4.4.09 and I was at 03. So all this is great. This is kind of stuff that I'm used to from you know, my FPV stuff. We do a lot of stuff with software, hooking up with the computers and all that kind of stuff. So this is kind of things that I'm really interested in. So already showed you that, got that done. Your settings here, this is just about connectivity and your version of the app. So no big deal there. In here is your parameters. This takes a few seconds to load, maybe about 10 to 15 seconds. It took about probably 3 or 4 minutes to flash the firmware over the air. So that worked out perfect. No fails or nothing. So that was really good to see. Now it's going to pull in all of my parameters on here that I was playing with at the end of last season. So don't take any of this, don't look at any of this and decide that you want to use any of this. For you beginners out there, there's a lot more that I'm going to cover about timing and everything coming up when we get this all switched over. Been watching a lot of content, emailing and talking back and forth with some people, Charlie and stuff at Hobbywing, on what exactly is good motor timing and boost and turbo and all that kind of stuff to just to start off with. You know, there's so many people that have opinions about this stuff and online, and everybody's just like, increase everything is pretty much what everybody says, yet, you know, you never see these people making passes online, so you really don't know what's going on. So I'm definitely going to follow some of his advice, and we'll let you know how it goes. But here's everything right here. I mean, you've got all your general settings, like your voltage, your throttle cutoff, all that kind of stuff, setting up a reverse type of stuff. Here's all of your throttle things as far as your rate, setting up a throttle curve, which would be pretty nice. You know, you can actually set a custom throttle curve now. Not sure if you can see that on the screen or not, but this is really great. You know, controlling your hit is just like the key when we all know with Noprep drag. So some people do it in their radios, some people do it in their ESCs, depending upon what you have. Now, luckily, I have a Hobbywing, and they've developed their app to allow us to do that. So that's going to be super great. That's something that I really couldn't do with this box, and now I can do right here in the app. All your brake control settings, everything like that is in there. Then we get into your timing, as far as like your boost timing, activation, RPM ranges, which, by the way, this is a perfect example. All these ranges were wrong. You know, I was going by like what YouTube people were saying and everything last year. And then once I actually looked at my data logger, I saw that like my RPM ranges were like totally off. So I was basically either getting everything or nothing. I'm not 100% sure. So, and then of course there's all the last data record, which there's nothing on here because I just flashed the ESC itself. So you can see that they've got a lot of stuff on here, and this is version 2 of the app. They put out firmware updates. They're obviously going to be developing this stuff heavily. So that is just a win for us when it comes to Noprep. That way, once we get a good solid build going and everything's going straight, then we can just simply go in there and start making changes and dial it up, dial it down, whatever we need to do. Doesn't weigh a whole lot, a couple grams probably. So I'll definitely find a place for it to live inside the car itself. When you're logged into the app, it has a fail-safe protection built into it where it will disable the throttle control. So that way you don't accidentally touch the radio and have a runoff or anything while you're working on your car on the bench. So that's pretty much it when it comes to this module. Not much more to say about it. Throw the DR10 up here real quick and take a look at its current state before we sign off of this for the year. So here's the DR10. Not much to really say about it. I took all the Valenian stuff and put that in there and was running it there the last race of the season just because I wanted to run it. Now we're going to be giving this thing a whole different makeup. Like I said, we've got the skinny DE tires coming. We're doing bead locks with these reactions and all that kind of stuff. We're going to be putting all the Hobbywing stuff into here. We're going to be doing some stuff with Aero. I'll be making some kind of splitter and stuff for the front here. Probably won't be going with any aftermarket splitter. I think I want to make my own, and I want to kind of try to extend it back into here. Was looking at McMaster-Carr at carbon fiber sheets. Or maybe I could use acrylic or something like that, like Kevin Talbot does. He does some really good aero work, and we know fabricated aero work works great. If you haven't seen Harley Design's video, what he did with the TRX-6, just adding an aero package underneath the car and keeping all the air out of there, he was able to increase his speeds on that thing just to like ludicrous values. It's faster than I ever thought that thing could go. But we will have to be careful and stay legal, watch weight and everything like that. So, but this is it right now. She's still super clean and nice and smooth. So we'll have a really awesome platform to start off with 2021, and we'll have a new body with a sweet paint job Got a wheelie bar, bunch of stuff, extra parts I've had since I purchased this last year. So I'm all ready to go. So that is going to do it for this video, guys. Thanks again for stopping by. Again, if you're interested, I'll put a full link to the playlist of all my Noprep stuff up here. Plenty more coming. We'll be getting these parts in with the next week or two. We'll get that body painted. We'll get it mounted up. Maybe we'll do some magnet mounts. We'll do something, a lot of special stuff. We'll be working on that aero package as well, doing some more research on what we're allowed to do. Definitely getting some kind of front splitter on there, because that kind of stuff is super important. That I have seen people go from 0 to heroes just by adding splitters. So anyway, guys, thanks a lot. Hope you had a good Christmas and Happy New Year, and we'll see you in 2021. Later.